Hi people, I'm coming to you from Polk County in the beautiful pine and oak trails, and I just want to let you know my focus is on the people in America that are suffering, because the powers in this world are actually leading people into death. They are actually, the whole concept of fentanyl. If you don't understand about fentanyl, this is something that has been slipped into the American public, and it's exterminating people. Okay, so this whole drug problem is a primary issue, and I am letting people know about the alternatives and the wonderful ways of life. Okay, one, I'm focused on people, families with addicted loved ones. Two, I'm focused on the concept of church. Ecclesia is supposed to be in a home where people clear their consciences together. Romans 2 says that God equals conscience. An atheist person who doesn't do any of the religious, spiritual stuff, an atheist can operate in conscience in a way that God approves. And people who claim to love God and love Jesus can actually be totally misbehaving and not following the things that God desires. So that means that if an atheist is doing right through conscience, and then a person who says, I'm a Christian, I'm a Jesus disciple, and they're disobeying, it says, how is God going to judge? So one, people who are suffering, and teenage kids that are aging out of foster care. Do you know that so many children are being dumped out of marriages, out of families, because of the easy intimacy on the web? People are splitting up, and their kids are drifting, and they're lonesome, and they're sad because they don't have unified mommy and daddy and home and family. And they're being thrown into foster care, and we can rescue them and shelter them until they are ready to go out and be a wonderful part of the world. So the suffering of people in drugs and teenagers aging out of foster care. And number two, the lie that church is okay just in a big building. Church is in the home with honesty, time, and communion. And then number three, there are things going on in this world that are scary and dark, and those things are increasing. If you do real research on what's going on in China, it's very scary. And that's not, oh, the Chinese government is bad. It's literally what the world powers are doing. They've made China an experiment of total human control, and now they're spreading that total human control out into the rest of the world. But the most important thing that they need to do is literally bring America, United States of America, under submission. And if you think that your politicians are fighting against that domination, you've been deceived. They are actually part of the dark powers in this world. So, anyhow, be encouraged and understand that my focus is for people to be happy and content and live a life. And hello from Polk County. Stay tuned. Yahoo!